Much love, collectives on Gaia. I'm sorry, I've been doing so much energy work. Going on my Facebook page on Chakra Shelly, doing live reads and activating people from their 7 chakra to their 12 chakra 12 chakra source cord. There is so much going on behind the scenes, and I know that it's very confusing, and we are here for the confusion. Please do know that the Jazara law is being implicated. Meaning it's going forward no matter who votes it in or who votes it out. There are no sides. There is no Democrat, Republican. It doesn't matter what country you're in. We have a plan and it is being pushed forward. So as the clearings move on and everybody starts to go through their emotional clearing and their bodies change from a carbon base to a crystalline, you will start to undergo physical changes. Your 7 chakra system is a straight up and down line that has 2 snakes running through it. We have pulled up the snakes, we have cut off their heads, and we have pulled them out of everyone's chakra. So this has been a massive upgrade, and I'm looking on Facebook and social media, and I'm seeing how a lot of people are going through their upgrades, and it is a tough one. I went through it. It took about 2 years, but I did it in the lower frequencies. So there is a quickening. And you are expanding from this singular 7 chakra slave system out into a 12. Mother, father, source is going to start coming down, starting with shoulder pains, ringing in the ears, headaches, being immobilized to the point where you just, whatever you're trying to do, like go to work, clean your house, try to be responsible. These are all slave energies. I want to ask everyone, if you had unlimited resources and if you literally had your free will, would you be doing what you're doing right now? Would you be working where you're working? Are you following your heart? Is this something that is what you want? 99% of people would say no. If I run the lottery, I'd quit my job. I'd do this, I'd do that. I'd go help people. I'd build this, I'd do that. I'd get rid of things. So these are being activated, okay? I'm going to make some suggestions. If you want to make this transformation go quicker, spend a lot of time in water, baths and showers. Drinking water that has no fluoride in it. Please look at your bottles of water. If it does not have a location of where this water is sourced from, it has been, they've added fluoride into it, okay? So fluoride and gluten crystallize your pineal and your pituitary glands. Then there's the whole eating meat thing. There's a lot of call for veganism and all that kind of stuff, but really what it comes down to, guys, is this is DNA interference, okay? When you eat another animal or you eat another living being, whether it's from the ocean or from land, you are ingesting the DNA of another creature. This is all by design through the Cabal and the Illuminati to keep you under wraps so that they can continue to eat us, okay? These are entities, you guys. These are not human beings, okay? They wouldn't, they think of us like chicken nuggets. So I want to tell you about consent. When you eat other DNA, you are giving consent under universal law to be eaten, okay? So please use your discernment. This is a compromise in as far as, you know, getting out of your 7 chakra. These energies are coming down. You cannot stop them, okay? There's a law of surrender. Surrender to it. Took me a long time to quit eating meat too, but once I accomplished it, I became crystalline and I reflect light, okay? We are light reflectors. We are humans, all right? We have a hue that comes off of us, okay? In the meantime, there are major collectives here, and we thank you all for the ascension of Gaia, and we thank you for your service, that are working really hard on getting the energy in and dropping the frequencies down so that people can have what they originally were intended, which is your Christ consciousness, okay? Jesus is not a person outside of you. It is a crystalline fluid that flows from your pineal gland to your pituitary gland, down your spine and back up, and it's a constant flow of fluid, all right? You are telekinetic. You are clairvoyant. You are telepathic. You do have instant manifestation abilities. And these are all things that these entities did not want you to remember so that they can continue to feed on you. All right. So as these energies are rolling through, please know that everyone is going through these upgrades. Please, please, please be patient with yourselves. Treat your body and your vessel as kind as you possibly can. Allow energies to flow through you, and know that every single collective that is here for the ascension, there's over 60 Starseed collectives that are here. They are doing the work, and we're all here to help you with the confusion. This is going to be very confusing for a lot of humanity. We don't want systems. All religions are going to fall. All forms of teaching, guruism, what you've known, I taught the 7 chakra system for 15 years. I worked with it, but what ended up happening was the minute I touched someone, I expanded them into a 12th chakra. I had no idea that I was an activator. Once I remembered who I was, I remembered that I am Christ. I never really denied it. I've never given my life to Christ on that kind of a level, because all I'm doing is giving myself back to myself. So religions are going to fall, and this is going to be where a lot of minds are going to need the information of what's going to replace that. The universe is frequencies. It revolves around frequencies. It's 0 through 9, 0 being the divine feminine, 1 being the divine masculine, and every number after that being a frequency that creates mass and matter and experiences for all of our soul seeds. We have worked so hard, and it's to a point now where the masses are starting to wake up. So if you're already in a 12 chakra system, please continue to do your work and share the love and the light, and continue to activate people and help them with their confusion. The twin soul phenomenon, this is not outside of yourself. This is mother, father, source coming down into your chakra and expanding you out, okay? And of course, the light workers who are speaking the truth are getting blocked kind of everywhere, including us. So the energies are going to be intense for the next couple of days. And every day the vibration raises because we're getting more and more entities out of physical human form that are holding down the old matrix grid. And they're fighting like crazy. And they're exposing themselves. The whole point of a lot of the stuff that you see going on is so that you see that there are entities here that do not have, humanity's best interest in mind. What they have is they want us for their next hamburger or their next chicken nugget. They want us for their next meal. You have to think, what is the human trafficking about? Why would that be such a big deal? Well, I have to tell you that a full-grown adult Draco will consume, for their diet, they need about 30 children a day. And that's pretty freaky. It's pretty gross. But we need to give them no consent, and we need to eradicate them. So these energies are coming down. The light codes are coming down. If you're in a human form and you are human, you have a source cord, you will start gaining wisdom and knowledge that's going to come straight down your source cord. You will not need to look for this stuff outside of yourself. You can research MK Ultra. There are truthers everywhere. Use your discernment, meaning you're going to feel if the vibration is a proper frequency or if it's a lowering frequency trying to keep you in the slave system. My soul family and I have gone through and cut all the snake heads off and removed the snakes that were keeping everyone in their 7 chakra form. So there's a mass amount of people who are waking up all at once, and it's very confusing. You guys are going through a lot. Your telepathy is turning on. Your hearing, you're able to see with your third eye, maybe in just a glitch, but if you think about it, have you ever been talking to somebody and then all of a sudden you blink your eyes and you see something funky and then you see their face again? This is truth standing in front of you, okay? The only thing that you can do is stay in your love space. They don't like anything that's love. They don't like anything that is Christ consciousness. They want to eat it. Stay in that love space. Know that you are protected. Expand that Merkaba. Anxiety. A lot of people are feeling this anxiety, and this is your heart chakra trying to expand and get you into that 12 chakra system. So take time off work, you guys. Take time off, because you're not going to be able to function. You're going to end up getting headaches and all kinds of stuff if you try to push through. Be gentle. Allow yourself these frequencies. Allow yourself these upgrades. And just know that we're all here to do the explanation, and know that things are going on behind the scenes that most people are not aware of. And it's all for all of us to go into a higher octave, go into the golden age, and have a chance to actually have your free will without it being manipulated. So I love you all. I'm going to continue to help people. Even my whole thing is basically with the religions and helping with the spirituality. All religions will fall. Astronomy, even the strongest of religions, you guys, Christianity, every book that was ever written was written to put you off track. And there is not one religion that talks about the 13 frequency laws. So you have to keep that in mind. Please go on to Chakra Shelly is my Facebook page, Shelly Lee. And I do tons and tons of videos there, and I do a lot of live reads so that I can activate people. And we have lovegrowsgaia.wordpress.com. Again, there are no teachers. We just provide the information. The 13 frequency laws, along with their musical notes and octaves, are there. And the picture that we have as our logo is basically, if you cut your cord and you look down it, that's what your 12 DNA helix looks like. So your source cord is going to go from a 2 to a 12. Your chakra is going to go from a 7 to a 12. And you will then be like me, and you'll be reflecting light. It doesn't matter what color you are, okay? It doesn't matter what race you are. If you gain your Christ consciousness abilities, you're going to start reflecting light. You will start to anti-age as well. I'm getting a lot of people who think that my son is my husband, and I'm like, oh, gross. But it's probably because I look so young, and him and I actually look almost the same age now. So there's a reason these pictures are going around on Facebook as well, where they're like, hey, put a side-by-side up. You're noticing that you're actually reversing in age, because you're changing from a carbon-based to a crystalline body. Gaia is a crystalline experience, and so are humanity. We are made by her. We are not created by any other race. Please, please, please. This is a lie. You need to hear that, okay? So I'm hopping on. It's been a while because we've been traveling around and activating the grids and getting the ascension process going for everyone at this point. It is now affecting everyone. It is affecting every single human, animal, plant, everything. There is a purpose for the chemtrails. Alchemy is needed. We are changing the barium and the aluminum into silver and gold, and we know what we're doing, and so will you. You will remember that you are an alchemist, all right, and that you are capable of doing any of this stuff. But in the meantime, there are collectives here doing that. So not only that, it's cloaking. It's definitely cloaking ships that people aren't ready to see yet. There's been an innate fear of, knowing that there's life outside of this planet, knowing that, humanity is not top of the food chain. We are not top of the food chain. There are entities that eat us. And this is a truth that, is going to be hard for a lot of people to hear, but it's happening. And we are eradicating it. So keep that in mind. In the meantime, dealing with your frequency upgrades, it's gonna be hardcore. It's gonna be a quickening of it. I went through it. I experienced it. Especially back here, my shoulders, when Mother, Father, Source came in and expanded a lot of my energies and really turned me on. It was somewhat of a painful experience to go from crystal to from carbon-based to crystalline. So give yourself what you need, okay? And you're going to need a lot of water. You should drink half your weight in ounces, okay? Make sure it has no fluoride in it. Cut the gluten, cut the meat, and this stuff will happen rather quickly, and it won't be as painful. Mine was painful because I was still holding on to all that stuff, but Anyway, we're here. We love you. I needed to get on. Thank you for everyone who's following Chakra Shelly and the channel. Please, please, please share. Universal information is free. We are a 501c4. We do run on donations until the reset is done. So if you can donate, awesome. If not, please send energy down the line. It is keeping us going. Mother Gaia always makes sure that we have what we need. So we're never without. We love you. Mwah.